So you're thinking about moving to Cumming, Georgia. Well, it's actually one of my favorite parts of North Georgia. I used to live in Cumming, and in this video, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about living in Cumming, Georgia, including retail, things to do, outdoors, real estate, and more. Stay tuned and let's get right to it. My name is Tim Gibson, and my channel is all about helping you move to North Georgia. I'm also a licensed real estate in Georgia, and I would love to help you with any questions you may have. So if there's anything on my channel that I haven't answered, any questions that you may have, please reach out and I'd be happy to help. Without further ado, let's jump into my guide to Cumming, Georgia. All right, so let's start with just the basics of Forsyth County. And in this video, I'm going to use Forsyth County and Cumming interchangeably. So you know that whenever I'm talking about Cumming, Georgia, I'm also talking about Forsyth County because they're basically one and the same. Forsyth County is actually one of the fastest growing counties in the country. It has been over the past 10 to 20 years. And in 2010, just to give you an example, 2010, the population was somewhere around 176,000. And as of 2022, the population ballooned all the way up to 260,000. So that's a growth of 48% in the past 11 years. So that's quite a bit of growth there. As you can see in the graphic here, Lake Lanier is, basically covers most of the eastern part of Forsyth County. And Lake Lanier was created I think it was constructed in the 50s by the Army Corps of Engineers, mostly to provide a water source for Atlanta. If you like to get out on the water, Lake Lanier is the place for you. And with so much coastline in Forsyth County, you can do all kinds of great stuff. You can wake surfing, wakeboarding, water skiing, jet skiing, anything you'd want to do out on the water, Lake Lanier is the place for you. And Forsyth County has something for everyone. If you want more of a suburban feel and you want to kind of be in the middle of everything, you got a Starbucks in every corner, you can get to Target, you can do all your shopping. The southern part of the county is definitely more of a suburban feel. So keep that in mind as you explore Forsyth County. There's kind of a dividing line. There's Highway 20, which runs sort of southeast to northwest. And what you can do there is once you cross that Highway 20 line, it starts to feel a little more rural. Now, when I say rural, it's not like you just complete nothingness, but it definitely feels more rural in the northern part of the county as compared to the southern part. But the good thing is you're still in close proximity to all that good shopping and stuff. But when you're living out in the northern part of the county, you've got a little more space and you can kind of spread out a little bit. Also, I wanted to mention you do have a major hospital. Northside Hospital Forsyth is right there on Highway 20, pretty much in the center of the county. So you do have access to some major medical facilities if needed. Okay, so let's jump right into things to do and shopping and dining and all the good stuff you can do in Forsyth County. First thing I want to mention is Cumming City Center. Well, it's a 75-acre development right off Highway 20, and it's going to have green space. It's going to have amphitheater for concerts and events. It's also going to have about 117,000 square feet of retail space. And the whole idea was from the mayor, Troy Brumbelow. He wanted to kind of have a Main Street Americana feel to the place. So it's going to be a really cool place for you to check out pretty soon here in summer of 2022. Another place I want to mention is the Halcyon. It's located off of exit 12 on Highway 400. Another great place for you to get some shopping done, have a great meal, hang out with family, kids, whatever, out there on the green space. Really, really cool place for you to check out. Similar to the Halcyon, but maybe on a little bit of a smaller scale, you have Vickery Village. You kind of got like a miniature town square there. There's like shopping and dining, and there's offices there. There's also, you've got some single family homes and a couple of townhouses in there. Vickery Village is a really cool place for you to check out. And for more shopping, you have the Collection, which is off of exit 13, Ronald Reagan Boulevard, kind of that whole area. Right there, you've got your major retailers. You got like Barnes & Noble, you've got Academy Sports, you got a movie theater, kind of an outdoor walking mall, so to speak. You've got good restaurants there, Ted's Montana Grill, all that good stuff. So definitely a good place to do some more shopping. Also, I wanted to mention there's some really cool breweries in Forsyth County. First of all, there's Cherry Street Brewing. They've got a tap room in Vickery Village. They also have a location in the Halcyon. So if you want to check out some good local brews, definitely check out Cherry Street Brewing Company. Also, in the northern part of the county, we have Nofo Brew Co., which is a really cool spot right there on Highway 400. And they've got a cool area for you to go hang out outside, a giant fire pit that's always going. They've also got some great beer, of course. And they also have some food trucks there and some really cool events. So definitely check out Nofo Brew Co. on the north side of the county. And if you're into local whiskeys, we have Legends Distillery down in Cumming. So if you want to check out some good local whiskey and bourbon, definitely check them out too. Local restaurants, there's some really good ones in Forsyth County. In Cumming especially, there's Tam's Backstage. Tam is T-A-M. Probably everybody's favorite local spot to get a good bite to eat. There's also a good place that I personally love. It's called Lake Burrito, over there close to the lake on Keith Bridge Road. My favorite local Mexican spot is Los Rios. Carne asada tacos are the best. Try them out for sure, right there in town next to Publix on Highway 20. And if you're into bar food, that type of stuff, best wings in town, as far as I'm concerned, is Rooster's Cafe, right there close to town. Definitely check them out too if you want some good wings. Let's jump into the outdoors and some of the outdoor activities you can do in Cumming and Forsyth County. And first of all, I'd like to mention Lake Lanier, which I did mention a little earlier, but Lake Lanier, a lot of the coastline of Lake Lanier on the western side is located in Forsyth County, and you have multiple parks and places to enjoy the lake. Even if you don't have a boat, there's Buford Dam Park, Mary Alice Park, just to name a couple off the top of my head. You do have lots of places to launch a boat. There's even quite a few parks that have beaches where you can go visit, go hang out, and you can hang out on the beach down there, which is really cool thing to do. If you're into water skiing, wakeboarding, wake surfing, if you're into tubing, just spending some time on the lake, definitely check out Lake Lanier. Also a fun thing that you can do, there's a lot of islands in Lake Lanier. So you take the boat out, you can rent a boat from Port Royale Marina. There's a couple other marinas around, but you can, even if you don't have a boat, you can rent one. And there's lots of islands around. So a lot of people like to go hang out on the water, spend some time tooling around on the lake, then they go find an island, beach the boat right up there on the island and hang out and have a great time. So really fun thing to do too out there on Lake Lanier. Also, I want to mention Sawney Mountain, which is kind of interesting because as you look at the area, Sawney Mountain just kind of sticks up out of nowhere, but definitely the tallest mountain in the area. And there are lots of hiking trails right there. On Sawney Mountain, you can hike all the way up to the top, and there's a location on Sawney Mountain called Indian Seats, where you can sit on top of the mountain and you can kind of get a really cool view of the surrounding area. On a clear day, you can see for miles. So really cool spot. Also, if you're into golf, definitely want to check out some of the local golf courses. There's quite a few that I could name off the top of my head. There's Windermere Golf Club. There's a golf club in the neighborhood of Hamptons. On the south end of the county, we also have Polo Golf and Country Club, which is near Vickery Village. There's also Lanier Golf Club. So quite a few options for you to choose from right there in Forsyth County if you're a golfer. Also like to mention the Chattahoochee River. If you're into fly fishing, there's lots of good trout in there. A lot of people will tube down the Chattahoochee River. And a fun fact about the Chattahoochee River is it empties, so the bottom of Lake Lanier empties into the Chattahoochee River. Also want to mention if you are into, hanging out on the river, just be prepared because the water in the Chattahoochee River, especially right there by Buford Dam, is freezing. I actually went tubing with some friends a few years ago and really was not prepared for how cold the water was. It was about 90 degrees outside. So I just thought, maybe I'll go into the water and see how it feels. Jumped in the water and I felt like I jumped into just a ice bath or something. It was pretty crazy. So Forsyth County hosts a lot of great events throughout the year. And the main event that happens every year is the Cumming Fair. And if you have not been to a fair like this, just get prepared. There's all kinds of incredible stuff to do. Typical fair stuff, but you've got lots of great rides. You've got funnel cakes, of course, which are my personal favorite. They also have concerts, petting zoos, everything you'd ever want from a fair, you're definitely getting at the Cumming Fair. Is huge. Really cool stuff to do there. The Cumming Fairgrounds also hosts a lot of really cool events throughout the year. There's a Cumming Music Fest that's hosted by 37 Main, and one that I feel like we need to add, and it's just pun intended. It's called the House of Forsyth's Haunted Attraction. Just go check it out and see if it's worth it. I know that for a lot of you moving into a certain area, especially a new area, you would like to know about the school districts. I can't get into a lot of the details about school districts, but what I can tell you is that Forsyth County is a very desirable school district. And specifically, if you look up a website, there's lots of websites to get some information on school districts, but on niche.com specifically, they mentioned that Forsyth County schools are the number 3 in the state. That's a good thing. So definitely check out their site, do your own research there. Forsyth County is a great area to live, as I've kind of outlined. in some of these other points. But what I wanted to mention too, from a real estate perspective, I just wanted to give you a quick snapshot of what to expect if you're moving into the area. The average sale price as of June of 2022 is $676,000. But if you zoom out a little bit and you go back to June of 2021, the average sale price was actually $554,000, which is what, like a 22% increase in appreciation there. I know it's been a kind of a crazy market, but that's something to consider as you're moving into the area. Another interesting stat I wanted to give you is sales price as a percentage of list price in the area. So what we've seen is a trend of increasing sales price as a percentage of list price, specifically at the high, which was just a couple of months ago, was somewhere around 105 to 106% of list price. So for example, if you were thinking about purchasing $1 million house, you could expect to spend somewhere between $1,050,000 to $1,060,000 on that house. But there's also a positive trend, and I've noticed over the past month or so that the sales price as a percentage of list price has decreased down to somewhere around 103%. So that's a trend in the right direction if you're thinking about buying in Forsyth County. So with that in mind, it's important to have someone locally who can guide you through the process, especially of what you can afford, what areas suit your needs the best, and also how to go after the houses that you want once we've set your budget and worked on the areas that you want to live in. Because more than likely, we're still going to see multiple people bidding on the same house. So you definitely want to have that solid strategy before you even think about going to see houses. And so if you're thinking about moving to Cumming, Georgia or Forsyth County, please give me a call. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Let me know if there's anything I didn't cover or anything you'd like to specifically talk about in the comment section, or you can always reach out on my cell phone. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel where I talk about all things living in North Georgia. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video.